We are building something very cool today. It's a real-time location tracker. It will give us our position on the map in real time. We will be using Geolocation API and Leaflet.js. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now let's start building our app. As you can see here, I have my index.html and I only have one empty div with ID of map. This is the div where we will be putting our map, and I have a link to my script.js file, which is currently empty. As I told you, we are gonna be using Geolocation API. It's the API available in all the modern browsers, and you can see here. And basically we have two main methods: get current position and work position. We will see both of them today in action. But now let's first check if the geolocation is available in my browser. So I will say if navigator.geolocation. This is the way we access the geolocation API, and if it's available, I will console log geolocation is supported by this browser, and else if it's not available, I will console error geolocation is not supported by this browser. Let's save all of that, and let's open our website live. Here is our website live. Okay, I will open our developer tools and access the console. Let's clear all of that and reload the page. As you can see, geolocation is supported by this browser. Excellent. Now let's continue with our code. I will be removing this console log, and then I will be doing something else. In this if block, I will use navigator.geolocation, and now we will be using this get current position method, which will give us the current position, the coordinates of our current position. As you can see, it can have up to 3 arguments. One is a success callback function, the second is error callback function, and finally we can have options. Only success callback function is mandatory. So we will be using, like I told you, get current position. So here we will have success callback, and here I will get the position object in my callback function provided by Geolocation API, and I will create my callback function. What do I want to do inside this function? I want to get my coordinates, latitude and longitude. So I will define 2 constants. One will be user lat, which will be position dot coords, and I need latitude. Okay, and just like that, we will define another constant called user lng, and this will be coords dot longitude, just like that. And I will console log both of these to see what we get. So user lat and user lng. Let's save all of that. And if I go back to this site, as you can see, for the first time, it will ask me that I allow the site to use my location. I will allow while visiting the site. And as you can see, here is my longitude and latitude. Okay, these are the coordinates I'm currently in. Okay, that was our geolocation API in action. Now, in fact, what we can do is we can define also the second argument to our get current position method, and that will be error callback function. So here I will put comma, and I will say error. We will have access to the error object, and here I will console.error. I'll use backticks, and I will say geolocation error, and here I will put $ curly braces and display error dot message. I will save all of that, and now we finished the part with the geolocation API. Now let's introduce Leaflet.js. Now welcome to Leaflet.js. It's a free and open source alternative to Google Maps. As you can see, it's a very cool library, and you can do lots of cool stuff here. I'm gonna go to the docs. As you can see, you can have tooltips, pop-ups, and also lots of other methods on your maps, and we will see some of them in action today. But first I'm gonna need to bring that into my project. So let's go to the let's grab the CDNs for Leaflet.js, and for that I'm gonna go to cdn.js. Here I will type leaflet, and I will grab this script tag. I will paste that here above our script, and also I'm gonna need the CSS for using that. I will copy the link tag, of course, in the head of our project. Let's hit save, and now we are good to go. We can use the leaflet maps now. Okay, with that we are good to go. Let's get back to our script, and here on the top of my file I will define a constant called, let's say, map, and now I will define a leaflet map. For that I'm gonna use a global leaflet object. It's a capital L, and then I will define a map using map method, and here I need to pass the ID of my element. As you can see here, it's the ID of map, so I will pass ID of map. Okay, that's the first step. The next step is I will define initial position of my map, initial coordinates. So I will say map.setView is the method I want to use, and here as a first argument it will be x and y coordinates. For starter we'll be using 0 and 0, and then I will define the zoom, which will be, I will set to 15. We will see how we can change that later. Okay, that's the first step. Let's go now to the second step. Second important thing to be able to see our map on the screen is to define a tile layer. So here I will say l.tile layer method, and here I will paste the link to the OpenStreetMaps that we saw at the beginning of our video. Here is the dynamic link. So here these coordinates x and y are the dynamic coordinates, and z is also the dynamic zoom that will be inserted. We will be inserting that through our code, and this will fetch the tiles dynamically. This tile technology is the technology that's used to bring any map on the screen, including Google Maps. And here also as a second argument, we define attribution to the OpenStreetMap contributors, which is important because we are using this free and open source alternative. So it's nice to give them attribution. Okay, and finally, I will add this to my map. So I will say add to, and I want to add it to the map constant. Okay, that's great. And now we are ready to display our position on the map. I will delete this console log, and I will again do the same as we did above. I will say map set view, and now inside my array of coordinates, I will use my user latitude and user longitude, and again I will put 15 as a zoom. And if I save that, I think that we are finally able to see our map on the screen. No, it's not showing. Let me check what is wrong. Do we have some errors in the console? No, we don't. Okay, I think I know what is the problem. The problem is that this is our empty div we use to display our map, and of course div doesn't have, it has its width, it's 100% because it's a block level element, but we need to define its height, and I will use a style here inside the head of my HTML element, and then I will select my ID map and I will put height, let's say 400 pixels for example. Now as I say, you can hear here is my map. It missed my position for approximately 50 kilometers, but never mind. This is it cannot get exact location on my computer because I don't want to, but you can test. I will publish this application so you can test it on your mobile phone. It's very precise, and it will get your exact location in a square meter. Okay, I will, instead of 400 pixels, I will do the calc. I will say 100 VH minus 1 rem. For example, I want my map to be almost the whole width on my screen. Okay, that's nice. Now, I would argue that I need some marker. I should be here in the center of the map, but I would like to have some marker that will tell me exactly where am I, and Leaflet.js provides an easy way to do that. So here I can define a new constant called marker, and again it will be l.marker, and I will provide initially as coordinate 0 and 0, and finally again I will do add to my map. Okay, but down here before I will change the coordinate of the marker. So I will say marker, and then I will use set lat lng method to set the coordinates of my marker to, again, my two constant. Okay, just like that. And if I save now, as you can see, here is my marker in the center of my map. Nice. Now I told you that we will be using some of the UI methods available on Leaflet maps. So let's, for example, add a tooltips. So I will say marker dot, I will use bind tooltip method. And here I can define the text, for example, you are here. Okay, if I save that, now when I hover over my marker, I get the text you're here. And not only that, but I can show you, I put some logo image here, so I can also insert images, and I can also change this icon here to our custom image, but we will not be doing that today, maybe some other time. So for example, I can define the image, and for the source of the image I will put dot slash assets folder slash logo.png, and for the alt I will put logo, and I will, after that I will say is here. If I now save, okay, my image is huge. Let's change that. I will put some inline style, and for example I can say the width will be, for example, 5 rams. If I save now, as you can see, my tooltip now contains the image. Let's just put a breaking tag after this, so I get the text on the second one. And you can do also CSS styling to center the text or make it bold or whatever you need, whatever you prefer. I'm not gonna waste any more time on that. I just wanted to show you what you can do with the leaflet maps. Finally, I want to use another method inside the geolocation, and this method, it's watch position method. This method will allow us to track user's position in real time. Okay, as you can see, again the same, I have a success callback function, error callback function, and the list of options. Okay, so here instead of get current position I will be using watch position, and pretty much my success callback function is will be the same. Also error handling function, I missed n here, okay, will be the same, but I will also add the list of options here, and here I will define 3 main options. One is enable high accuracy. I will put that value to true. This will allow us to our map to have the highest precision. This will allow the GPS to track our coordinates, and our map to be re-rendered on every move. Then I will say maximum age will be 0. That means that we won't be using cached data. And finally, I want my timeout to be, let's say, 500 milliseconds, 5000 milliseconds, which is 5 seconds. This sets the time after which the leaflet will throw an error if we do not render our map. Okay, I think with that we are good to go. I will save our changes and see the changes on our live website. As you can see, nothing is going on here because my location is not moving. I'm fixed here, so we cannot really see what is going on here. But what you can do is to access this website on your mobile phone and start moving around and see how this the center on the map will be following your position, and it will following you exactly wherever you go. So try it out yourself, test it out, access the website in the video description, and even better, build this yourself if you followed today's tutorial. As you can see, it's not a lot of code at all. You can do it by yourself, and you can customize this to your needs. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see this built with React, and or if you would like me to build this with using Google Maps or whatever else you want. I want to thank you for watching today's video. As always, smash a like and subscribe to the channel. I wish you a great day. Goodbye and lots of love.